So this is the pool heater for the jacuzzi in the pool, and the other day I came out to turn on the jacuzzi, and when I do this, all that I get are 3 LEDs. One of them is the power, the other one is T-stat, and the other one is the auxiliary. There's no clicking sound. This one has an electronic ignition, so when I flip it to either pool or spa, there should be a clicking noise signifying that the electronic ignition is coming on to turn on. It turns on the gas as well, and then it should ignite. But I don't hear such things. Again, just those 2 LEDs come on. So if you go to the manual for the pool heater, there's a circuit diagram that it explains somewhat what the connections look like. And right here you can kind of see the transformer that puts out 28 volts, and it goes through a series of what look like switches, but they're really circuit breakers and relays and jumpers and pressure switches. So if you look at this diagram, it shows that the power is on and the T-stat and the external or the auxiliary LEDs are on, but downstream all the other LEDs are not on, which means that this pressure switch right here is probably open. So that's what we're going to troubleshoot. And if you go to the back of the instruction manual, there's a diagram, and it shows where that pressure switch, it's item 21 right here on this diagram, and it's on the manifold, which means that it's behind this panel right here, is attached to this manifold in here. So I'm going to set up the camera on a tripod. We're going to take this panel off, and we're going to look at that pressure switch. Okay, so there's 3/4 inch sheet metal screws that attach this panel to the heater. So we're going to take those off, and that panel should come right off. There's some metal catches right here, right here, right here, and right here that attaches this panel to the heater. It just kind of helps it line it up. Okay, so the 3 screws are off, and this guy comes right out. And let me show you the close-up of the pressure switch and how we're going to debug that. Okay, so like the block diagram showed, or actually the parts breakdown showed, here's that manifold right here, and attached right here is that pressure switch, and you can see the 2 wires going to it. It looks like it's just a micro switch that I guess when the pump is off, it closes, actually I'm sorry, it opens that switch, and likewise if it's a high pressure, it also opens up that switch. So that's the pressure switch, and these 2 guys down here, one is the high temperature, I guess, and the other one is the low temperature limit switches. We can check those out as well with the no meter, make sure that there's a short across them, pretty close to a short. We're gonna troubleshoot this guy by doing the following. We're gonna disconnect the 2 wires that go to the switch, and it just uses some terminal lugs right there, so you can just pull it off. So if I leave it like this, then you know, the switch is open basically. So what I need to do is I need to short these 2 guys. Now typically you don't want to bypass a safety switch like this, but you know, it's just a short period of time that we're going to turn it on. So if I bypass that, and I'm effectively closing that switch, okay, and then at the same time we're going to put a no meter across here, turn on the system. So 2 things should happen. First, the heater should come on, because I suspect that this switch is bad, and then after the pump is on and the pressure builds up a bit, I suspect that this switch is going to remain open, and verifying that that's indeed the problem. Okay, so let me set that up, and then we'll get back to you with the camera here. Okay, so here's what I've done for testing this system up. So I took an old a heavy-duty paper clip. I bent it in half and I stuck the two ends into the two leads that go to the switch, and then I have my ohm meter set up to measure resistance across the two terminals for the micro switch. So now we're going to turn on the system and fire up the burners here to see if it comes on, and then if my suspicion is correct, then that ohm meter should be reading open because the switch is at fault. So here we go. So we turn the pump on first. So there's the meter, and right now it's indicating an open. And we're going to turn it on, and hopefully we see more than the two lights. Yeah, there it goes. All right, the three lights, the red light is on, and the burner just came on, and sure enough, the meter is wide open. That means that that switch, that pressure switch, is open. Yeah, I can hear the burners coming on, the gas is coming on, and there's heat. So indeed, that switch, that pressure switch is bad. Now you can see all the LEDs are on again. And let me turn the pump off. So I just proved that that switch that should have been open right now, I'm sorry, should have been closed, it is indeed open. Okay, so I'm going to order a new switch, a new pressure switch. We're going to take that out of there and put it in, and hopefully that will fix our problem. Okay, so here's the new pressure switch, and it cost $53 roughly with shipping, and it uses a 9/16 wrench here to take it off, and we're going to do that next and put that switch in there. Okay, so I kind of broke it free already, and once you do that, then you can unscrew it by hand. And there's a little bit of pressure there coming out, as you expect. Okay, so here's the old bad one. It doesn't look like they use any kind of Teflon tape or anything. So we're just going to put the new one in and start it up and see if it works. Alright, so I hand started the new switch in there, and now we're going to go in with the wrench. Okay, it's getting pretty tight, but this guy here has to line up that way, so we have to go another quarter of a turn, and that should do it. Okay, that's it. She's lined up, and now all we have to do is connect the two terminals there and there. So now we're going to turn on the pump again, and hopefully it's going to come on. Okay, so let's turn it on again, and want to make sure that there's no leaks. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so here we go, the moment of truth, and we turn it on, and sure enough, it comes on. Beautiful, outstanding. So that was it, a bad pressure switch. Yeah, I can hear the burner and the gas coming on. Fire it up. Yeah, it's getting warm. And that's it. So now all we have to do is put this side panel back on, and the job is done. All right. Bye.